Due to popular demand, we have another little segment on the Idiot's Guide to Positive Dog Training. It's been a real hit with people, and as in the past segments we've taught dogs how to not jump up by trying to be a tree stump and convincing the dog not to be a tree stump when you're heeling and doing all these crazy things there. So today what we're doing, we are looking at a big part on the positive dog training is ignore the dog. So yes, we're going to ignore the dog. It's like when the dog chews up your neighbour's dog, just ignore him. He'll eventually get sick of it, and if he still doesn't stop chewing the dog up, just walk away and pretend it didn't happen. So let's have a look at ignoring the dog. Here we go, from the book, Idiot's Guide to Positive Dog Training. Ignore the dog. If the dog is doing something bad, ignore him, see? Until he gives you a good behaviour that you can then reinforce. For example, if your dog is barking at someone or something, just stand still until he's quiet. Wait for 10 seconds and then reinforce the quiet behaviour. How they do that, I don't know. Oh, by yelling and petting to calm him down, you're actually reinforcing inappropriate behaviour. There is something I don't really think you want to do. My God, there have been thousands of Australians that have gone out to their dog and yelled, "Shut the hell up!" And obviously it's made it worse. My God. If after 15 seconds or so your dog hasn't regained control of himself, move away. Redirect into appropriate behaviours and then reinforce the dog with good behaviours. If the dog is ignoring you, leave the area. So you got to walk away. So you ignore the dog and then you leave the area. And have the dog search for you. Let him know that you aren't irrelevant. And hopefully he's going to come and search for you. Or just a piece of furniture. Let him know that you're not irrelevant, or just a piece of furniture that happens to be on the end of the leash. Okay, so now we got to convince the dog that you're not a couch or something. So last time in the healing, we convinced the dog that I wasn't a tree stump. And then the jumping up that I was a tree stump, and now I've got to convince the dog I'm not a piece of furniture. So, all right, so we'll go that one, convince the dog and say, "Hey dog, I am not a couch," okay? So this gets us to the next part here, which is the redirect. So we ignore the dog and now we're redirecting him. Okay. Redirect to better behaviour. If your dog eats the sofa, it's right here. It's there. It's in there. If your dog eats the sofa, learn what he usually does just before eating the sofa. Sniffing the floor, running around, barking or whining. God. And stop the sofa destruction before it happens. It's like, my dog, I'm just laying here licking my balls. I think I might go and eat the sofa. All right. You can distract him with a toy when he just starts to think about eating the sofa. You'd have to be pretty good. He says, "Look, my dog's thinking about eating the sofa." But be sure you don't then try to play with him after he's already started. I can't do this. Okay. This will only reinforce the safer eating behaviour. Okay, all right. Okay, you can still distract, but then give him at least 3 other behaviours to do, and then reinforce him. Either put the dog in a crate or engage him in some stimulating activity. Dogs that are incessantly bark or chew are usually understimulated. Just give them a bloody sofa to chew. Or bored, or have inadvertently reinforced with your attention of bad timing of reinforcement. So now it's my fault. Dog's eating the couch and I reinforced at the wrong time, so it's my fault. For doing this very behaviour that's driving you crazy. It's going to have to sit on the bloody floor. Remember, behaviour is reward driven. Be sure to pay plenty of attention to your dog when he's not doing anything bad. So there you have it. You ignore the dog and you redirect it. So now not only do I have to convince the dog that I'm a tree stump or not a tree stump, I've got to convince him that I'm a sofa, because lucky I did convince him that, no, actually that I'm not a sofa, because he's now chewed the sofa up. But anyway, there's another section from the Idiot's Guide to Positive Dog Training. I'm Gary Jackson. That was so hard to get through. Bye for now.